darling.
It's
so
the most
excited.
wonderful time of the year. Record scratch.
Look,
How
you're
are
with
we?
me, darling. You're with me.
Oh,
I've got
no,
you behind me with your little hat on.
I've got your back.
Oh.
'Twas ever thus. 'Twas ever thus. Can I first start off by saying, obviously I missed you last week. I did have a lockdown birthday, and thank you so much for the bubbles and the truffles. You are so sweet.
Darling, it's all health. It's all health. And it
We
was
love
very
you.
important. You had hydration and quality food.
Constant.
Yes, pink food mostly, as
Pink
it turns
food.
out. Pink bubbles and pink truffles. You look
Yes.
great. Now, Dee, have we joined
Yes.
the resistance in my absence?
What, darling?
Have you joined the resistance in my absence?
Oh, I have. Hello. Yes. Yes, we are going to be talking about television programs, but that was not one of them.
That was not one of
No.
them. I'm sure there was a festive edition. It's lovely to see you all. We are getting the sparkles back as well. Cherie, my amour, you look great.
I'm not sparkly, but my tree
No.
is.
Yes, dear, I am. This is my tree, which I have to tell you is called the tree on the piss, because even though she looks straight at the top, she slants, the fairy on the top's like this, dear.
It's slightly
But anyway,
askew.
so yeah, it's heaven. And I thought it's the most perfect tree for 2020 on the piss, dear.
Oh.
On the piss.
Not
On the piece.
erect. Yeah,
And
completely crazy.
Sherry, you were waving a bick at us then. Was that some form of direction, or was that a secret Santa giveaway?
It's a secret sign, but it's not for you.
Oh.
How
rude.
It's the
How
universal sign in television. We're going to lose him in the edit. I know. I've been there, my love. I've been there.
You know me too
Never.
well, Richard.
We've all been there.
I tell you what, ladies, I am getting a little bit giddy for Christmas. The fairy lights have started to creep into the man. So we'll do a full reveal. I'll do a full reveal for you next week. But I'm feeling, I said to the other half, I said, the fairy lights, I think we might actually keep up. We'll take down the baubles, the fronds and the tree. But I think the fairy lights might have to last.
Yeah, I love it. I
think
love
we'll
fairy
keep-
lights. It's very LA, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
LA.
There's no reason you can't have fairy lights all year long.
No, I
All
love them.
year, absolutely.
I do.
I would have them. Now, Richard, I want to know, what is your favourite film, Christmas film of all time? Do you have one?
Christmas film. Yes, I do. And I'm so glad I was briefed on this topic because I love a Christmas film. Now, my favourite. Well, we have a series that we sort of go through, and it's the same every year. So when the tree goes up, so the tree arrived on the 1st. So in the background, once we've popped a cork to help with putting the lights on, we have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's a beaut clock, little bit hammy, great lines, love it. And then we gradually move on into White Christmas to actually decorate the tree. White Christmas goes in. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful film. And then last night, randomly, we watched Bad Mum's Christmas. The language of which, well, most of which I've actually learned on Wonderbirds since doing this show much. So it was an education. And then Love Actually, I can watch about a week before because I get so emotional with Love Actually that my eyes puff up like I'm in some kind of allergic, some sort of shock or something, having an allergic reaction. I get so every year it gets me. So we have to watch that a good week before the big day, so we don't look like we've ballooned actually on Christmas Day. And the night before Christmas is always It's a Wonderful Life. Yes. So they're the ones they're the ones we absolutely do. And fantastic. Although I have to say, I caught it the weekend. And for a future classic, these films aren't bad. It's Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell and The Christmas Chronicles. It's on Netflix.
I saw it.
Yes.
It's fun. I love A Sinister Elf. They are good films. So the current one, the sequel, is out now, obviously, and you can watch the other one, which was a couple of years ago. So I love all of that. It gets us in the mood, puts me in a rosy hue, along with Bubbles, obviously.
I want, Richard.
Got to.
I want the coats that they wear. The lovely coats that they wear in the film. I would love to wear one of those on Christmas Day.
Richard, I am very disappointed in you.
Why?
Because you didn't mention The Slipper and the Rose.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
But you can,
being
Jerry.
one of my oldest friends, and you've not mentioned The Slipper and the Rose.
I think that'll be the dog.
I mean, seriously, and now the dog's barking.
Yes,
Well,
I mean,
Clemmy,
seriously.
Daddy's working.
Clemmy,
Clemmy
loves
Beautiful films
It's-
ever, and of course I'm in it. So that, but Richard
That's
Chamberlain.
why.
You're not talking about your own performances again, are you, surely?
No, I'm talking Richard Chamberlain as the
Yeah.
prince.
Silly of me.
And
Yeah.
you must admit, it's a beautiful music. It's Holly Willoughby's favourite film of all time.
Well, I've lost track of the times that I've said to you, Sherry, that if you come home with only one shoe, it doesn't make you Cinderella loves. It just makes you a tramp.
Pissed.
That is the best one-liner.
I-
The best one you've ever said, Richard. That's my favourite ever.
I must, you know what I'm really excited about is Vicar of Dibley's coming back.
Oh,
And
yeah,
my
vintage.
all-time fave was when Dawn French, being a people pleaser that I can relate to sometimes, but not all the time, and definitely not recently, but she said yes to everybody who invited her.
Oh,
to
that's
Christmas
right,
dinner.
yeah.
That's
And she
brilliant
was like,
show.
in the end, she crawled back home. You know, it was like, I thought that was hilarious.
I like Holiday. Have you ever seen Holiday with
Yeah,
Jude
love the
Law
holiday.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Cameron
Oh my
Diaz?
God. Yes.
Jude Law must be one of the sexiest men ever, mustn't he? And in
Yeah.
that, oh
Oh.
my God. And Jack Black, who I
Yeah, oh my
adore.
God.
I
That's
know.
a great
Actually
film.
filmed near me, and filmed in Sheer in
Oh,
Surrey.
was it? In
Yeah.
Sheer?
In Sheer.
Made
Oh.
French move there. actually.
Oh, lovely.
beautiful.
I like a little bit of Home Alone, if I can say, and Home Alone 2. I quite like those little Christmassy
Yes.
things with the kids and
I
all the
tell you what,
crazy.
I
Aggression,
like
yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
fact
I
What's
like
the point?
that
I
house.
cried.
when we used to wait for the Morecambe and Wise Christmas show, that
Of course.
knew that big specials were coming up on Christmas Day, and I miss those days. I really do. To really look forward to something, because now everything's accessible, and we don't really have
Yeah.
anything like that to look
Yeah.
forward to.
With Morecambe and Wise, the Christmas show of Morecambe and Wise, Angela Rippon, and you're far too young to remember this.
No, I
Richard.
remember. I remember
No,
the
he's not.
She
The leg.
ripped off her skirt and she was revealed, and she was a very sort of prim and proper newsreader, wonderful. But I remember that moment, and those moments will live on, you see, won't they, forever?
They are iconic, and you reminded me, because I used to always sit and watch the two Ronnies with Dad over Christmas, and the Morecambe and Wise specials. You are right; they were appointments to view.
Yeah.
I think my first memories of Christmas telly, aside from the obvious, I remember I must have been about 7 or 8 years old, and we used to always go to my late auntie, to my late Uncle Roy's, on Boxing Day, because my mum's sister. And we would go over and we'd be playing games, and invariably it would be bingo, and it would be a case of shake your balls up, Roy. And we, from those little, they're now little lottery machines, aren't they? But with the little balls and stuff like that. So I remember that Christmas very fondly, and I remember the big movies that were on them, because remember, you'd have to wait for ages for the big screen blockbusters to come to the small screen, wouldn't you? So they were always very highly anticipated. And I remember the disaster films genre was huge back then. So I remember Earthquake and Towering Inferno being on in the afternoon. And you are right, the Christmas schedules. I'll be honest with you, I don't watch a lot of television on Christmas Day. We will watch The Queen, and then we sit down to eat, and I will have been cooking all morning anyway. But I mean, the joy of the current climate we're in, obviously, is or the technology now, is that you can catch up on everything. So we tend to watch Christmas about 2 days later. I mean, I do put Mum in front of Call the Midwife Christmas special with a packet of and a very strong Bailey. Yeah. So that's
there
her.
one? Is there a Call the Midwife this year?
Yes, and also I think I was talking about this the other day as well. I think the last time we did actually watch television on Christmas Day on Famille, the whole crowd, was the last Downton Abbey Christmas special.
Oh, I was just about to say that used to be for me upstairs downstairs Christmas.
Oh God,
which is exactly the same, really. In
Jerry,
Downton.
Jerry, were you in that as well?
No.
Please don't ask her.
Because it never gets old. It never gets old.
It's being repeated now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And shall I tell you
Sunday.
something terrifying? It's just been Pauline Collins and John Alderton's 80th birthdays this year.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know, my mum had
Amazing.
such a crush on John Alderton.
Oh,
He's
Everybody
such a,
did,
he's
isn't
such a
it?
lovely man. Well, I had the honour to make a birthday video for them that was shown to them on their birthdays last week, and we got all of the people that we could possibly do it, all the people from
Knew
police
them,
and upstairs,
Aw.
downstairs, and we even had a very, very special guest at the very end. We even had Dustin Hoffman coming in to say happy birthday.
Oh,
That's
wow.
amazing.
How
it was
amazing.
incredible.
I was
Incredible.
really proud. I was really proud to have made that. So
You should be. It was
Oh.
fantastic.
it was just
Debbie,
amazing.
well, some of your best work's usually released on video, isn't it? Not on the internet.
Debbie goes to Dallas or whatever it's called. Debbie does
Wonderbirds.
Dallas.
Yes.
Oh, Debbie, that's wonderful. I mean, that does it. I think the last time I saw Pauline Collins, I think she popped into, I think it was 8 years ago, because I was doing Strictly. So yeah, it was about 8 years ago. That's the last time I saw it. I cannot believe they're 80. As my friend always says, and he's ripened in age a little bit. He said, "Time is a thief," and isn't it though? Just goes so quick.
Oh, completely.
Yes.
Completely.
But the fact that they've been married for 50 years, I mean, it's incredible, really.
So
They've been
beautiful.
This incredible couple.
That's
Really
amazing.
Married.
Would you tell us about your amazing show yesterday?
Yeah, last night for GMB, I hosted the first ever variety show for our 1 million minutes campaign, which is about 5 years old now, the campaign. It's been hugely successful, thanks to everyone who's tuned in. And you donate your time. You don't have to put your hands in your pocket. You donate your time to end loneliness. So, you know, whether it's 2 minutes just to pick up the blower to a neighbor, or whether it's something, you know, longer, perhaps helping out a food bank, or whatever you can give of your time at this time of year. And Anton de Beck, Emily Sunday, and Magical Bones from BGT, and Chris Kamara, of course, who's got a Christmas album out. They all helped out. So it was a lovely bit of banter. We talked about their plights during the pandemic, rather like you guys and I have shared an awful lot over the last few months. And it was a joy, and we got a lot of great feedback, and people are pledging their minutes and their millions. I think when GMB finished on Friday, we were well over 30 million minutes, which is incredible. It's
Amazing.
a fantastic campaign, because this year, more so than any year, and always, particularly at this time of year, you know, people do feel that loneliness more acutely. So it was great. Thanks for mentioning it, H. And you can still donate your time, itv.com/1. That's one rather than one, you know, written. 1 million minutes, and I'd be very grateful. For me, I feel like I'm doing my bit by talking to you, you know, for 20 minutes every Saturday. It's just give with me, girls. And it's a two-way street. You bring joy to my world.
Thank you.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
You do to ours, darling.
I'll tell you the most painful, Richard, the most painful Christmas thing I ever did was I did a loose, and I was a fairy. And they hoisted me up to the ceiling, and they dropped me onto the point of a Christmas tree up my bum.
Jesus.
And I literally landed on my bum on the point of the Christmas tree, and I went, ah! And they all thought it was hysterically funny. I went, get me off this! You'll never get me off it. You've got to get it off. That was the most painful thing I've ever done.
Jerry, people pay good money for that.
My dream, one of my sort of dream unfulfilled ambitions, if you like, part of the bucket list would be, and I've never done panto, would be to swing in on a jerry wire. So I'm assuming you were in some form of harness, Sherry. So
yes, I was.
Well.
But you had to release me from the bum and the thing that was sticking up it.
Impaled.
That was the problem, and the harness had to work very hard. So
they had to bring
yes, we'll do panto together, Richard, and we'll swing in on a harness together. There you go.
I can tell by the way you're waving that pen that is some form of direction. So you're going to hold me to that. And you know what, ladies, as we count down to Christmas, I can't wait to read more of Sherry's IMDb credits next week. I'm sure there must be more that she's been in. She's got such a wide range.
You wait.
It's perfect for going to sleep at night, because you go to sleep quite quickly.
You look beautiful. I'm feeling festive. We're on a bobsleigh to Christmas now. There's no turning back. I think we should just make the most of it and enjoy it. Yeah,
and I just watched Christmas 24. I watch all the Christmas, at least they're Christmas channels now, which are wonderful. So if ever I'm feeling a little bit down, I just watch a Christmas channel.
Perfect.
And there's all of these millions of Christmas films. It's very interesting, because America's made these for years, haven't they? All these Christmas movies, but we don't seem to do them over here.
We can't. We don't do it the same though, do we?
No.
You've got to have that cheesy thing, haven't you, about Christmas?
Yeah. But I have to say, all of the films are the same. They have the same sort of format. boy meets girl, goes to Christmas
Santa
land,
Claus
fall
is
in love,
real, and
and
that's what we find out at the end of every film.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think any of us on this show are ashamed of repeating the same tired old act. So I love you.
well
girls.
said, my dear, well said.
We love you too.
It's meant with love. Thank you for the 1 million minutes plug. I really appreciate it. And same time next Saturday. And maybe we'll do a little tour of the manse and do a little
Please.
reveal of the tree and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll have a bit more time next week.
Absolutely.
Fabulous idea.
And
Love
you
you,
can tell
darling.
us what you're going to have to eat on Christmas Day. And I hope it's not turkey. It can't be turkey.
No, we've got a vegan Christmas recipe coming up, a vegan Christmas cookery day as well.
There
So-
you
I
are.
don't think that's going to go down too well with Richard somehow, vegan.
No,
Yes.
no, exactly.
No,
You
I'm
like a
all for
bit
the
of meat, don't you, darling?
I do, yes.
Carnivore.
I'm all for the gobble gobble. And on that bombshell.
Yeah.
Same time next week, ladies.
That part
Bye,
of his
darling.
nose.
Mwah.